All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. We're really excited to be able to work with Innex now, and we've got some really great products that are here. These are going to be a cost-effective, powerful tool to be able to bring video conferencing to life with high-quality product that is right in the Latin America budget-friendly design. With us, we've got of Innex. Funtech is the parent corporation. Innex is the category of products, the brand of products within Funtech that we've got here with us. And we've got Frank Lin. Thank you so much, Frank, for being with us today. We're doing it obviously today in English, recording this. We're going to put this on our YouTube page. So no talking about pricing, but lots of talking about, unless it's MSRP. MSRP is okay. But we've got all of this is going to be available for those who are here live in person. This is being recorded so that you can watch it back on another day. There is a Q&A window that we are monitoring, and anything that it is that you guys need, feel free to hit up that Q&A and or the chat box. We're going to be monitoring that. We've got Alma, Giorgio Campo, and myself are here with us live. Frank, thank you so much for being here with us right now. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time here, and it's all yours.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for the quick introduction. As you know, as he mentioned, my name is Frank. I'm the Managing Director for Funtech Americas. And today we're going to talk a little more about our offerings and our exciting products that we're going to offer for Latin America and Caribbean. Now, as you may know, we're going to start off with a little background of our company. Then I'm going to go into details of the products that we currently carry and some exciting news that we're going to have at the end. So first of all, we like Funtech would like to thank for AD to prepare this presentation, this opportunity to show our products, and let's go over a few of the exciting products, exciting information that you might take advantage today. Now, as you know, Funtech was founded in Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese company, but we have expanded increasingly over the whole world. We have a branch office in LA, where our inventory is in Miami. We are opening a Brazil office. Actually, we did open a Brazil office, so we're going to have an operation there with local warranty and manufacturing. We do have our European office in Europe, Spain, and obviously our manufacturer in Shenzhen and in China and in Hong Kong. So a little about our vision. Why do we created Funtech and Innex brand in this later of the game? Now, our vision, usually the founders and the shareholders, we decided to create a company that have this vision that we will create products so we can work efficiently, learn how to use them creatively, and enjoy our life. I think one of the things, that's why the word fun technology or Funtech, it has come up. And the mission basically is very simple. We want to create intuitive, reliable products, plug and play, seamless, no headache, and be able to enjoy the purpose of using our products. So for example, in a meeting, why do you want to have your IT person come in and bother about installation when you just configure so much? Funtech created this product, AV products, so we can make sure that your experience in using our products is very effectively, very easy to use and simple. Right? So why Innex? Well, we have this tradition of creating, even though the company is called Funtech Innovation, we have a DNA where we create a brand that makes sense of what we offer. So the word Innex basically came out from the word innovation and excellence. So the idea is really offer the latest technology innovations, which right now everybody's talking about AI. And the excellence is basically the quality. I mean, right now, not many people offer 3 years warranty because they're afraid that after 1 year, it might not work. We at Funtech, we offer all products branded with Innex name to have 3 years warranty, and of course, extended warranty for those who are looking for 5 years in certain opportunities that requires that 5 years warranty. Now, here's basically our unique proposition. We offer basically 4 product line. Personal desk is a product line basically for individual use. Conference spaces is basically cameras and solutions that offers more in meeting conferences and meeting rooms. Wireless conferencing is more like a video, kind of a video conferencing system, wireless, which makes our connectivity work in any environment, and our interactive display, which obviously is one of the main topics today, is talk about the three categories and also the Idea Hub, which is why we have created this product. So basically, as you can see, we created products that makes your meeting rooms and schools efficiently, effectively, and easy to use. Now, here's a little positioning of where and how we position our products. Our products were created basically to fulfill the medium, huddle, small, and basically the office space in your home, right, or your office. Basically, our main target is in the bottom three of the pyramid. Our solutions were not made for large enterprises, but it is also usable because being plug and play. Let's say, for example, you have a whole system of Cisco and you need a camera, and to be integrated in the Cisco system, it will work, right? But our proposition is to make sure that the medium, huddle, and small meeting rooms are met. And we have created all these products for you to entertain and offer to your customers. Now, before we starting talking a little about the product portfolio, as you may have seen, we have several different products, and our product line definitely you and your company must be selling them at this moment. But the proposition, just to give you an idea, not going over into too many details, which is might be a little repetitive. You see these categories. The most exciting part, I think, in my opinion, is the conference camera, where you have the 360. We have two 360, the Omni and Cube. We have the 180 degrees, 831. This model, it has 180 degrees, but you could narrow down the point of view to 75 degrees. So if you could also reconfigure the product, you're not obligated to use it 180 degrees. And obviously this bullet camera with EPTZ and AI, right? So the idea, if you notice, all these product line has an AI and connectivity, which means that our products incorporated the AI for the camera, AI for the microphone, and connectivity in all the products, okay? This means that this wireless conferencing product that we created, and we'll go into detail a little further, is that it is also included in our meeting hub, which is the interactive display and commercial display, which means you will have a Connect Pro, which I'll go into detail, to be able to connect this remotely, wirelessly in your office for many users, right? So the idea, as we mentioned previously, our goal is to offer the latest innovation, which come in, which is AI, the latest technology of connectivity, without cables, be able to use plug-in, play, very standalone, very easy to use. And if we look into details of what each product offers, basically you're offering a solution for your school, your company, without any need of any cabling, and that is our purpose, to offer you the latest technology of cableless solutions. Now, the first product that we were going to mention is this mobile interactive display. Now, this is our flagship. This is the most unique, the most advanced product you can imagine. The CM55, we only have one offering of the 55-inch. The 75-inch will come next year. And this 55-inch provides you the mobility of interactive monitors that you would need in anywhere in a company. It could be small, big, medium. And this is a solution that's very unique and, how can I say, the most advanced product you could find. It has this PCAP touch, which means it's the Surface Pro or the iPad kind of solution, where your sensitivity of touch is it's in a high level of precision. Definitely, it offers all the connectivities that you need. So imagine having this CM 55-inch in your office, in your director's office, and he needs or she needs to do a presentation, right? She needs to, your CEO wants to do a presentation of Unique, but he wants to do it in his office, not in the meeting room. You could roll in this mobile CM55, take to his or her office and do a presentation there. It has a camera that could do recording, connect to people remotely. It has a microphone with echo cancellation. It has the precision of what we call the Windows incompatible. So if you're in a PowerPoint, you're going to have that smooth writing, where sometimes if you don't have that technology, what we call the MPP 2.0 from Windows, you're going to have a little delay. You're going to have this, what we mentioned before, Connect Pro. Now, what's Connect Pro? Connect Pro is basically, imagine the following. You have 9 people in your room, okay? 9 people in this conference room or in a room having this meeting. And 9 people can simultaneously connect their devices, could be a cell phone, could be a tablet, could be a notebook, and connect that directly to the CM55 simultaneously. It's going to be divided in nine windows. Now, we are very unique and advanced on it. In the market, there's only 4. We are the only one who offers 9 simultaneously connection and to be shared into the screen. So imagine that. So having that said, obviously, the uniqueness of this product is the ultralight thin bezel, which is only 9 millimeters, border very thin. It's a very sophisticated product. And obviously, you're going to notice that we have this white color sophistication and design to make this product very affordable and also very competitive in the market. Now, I'm going to share you a little, to give you a little an idea of the MSRP and positioning of the product. Our CM55, as you can see at the bottom, is the most competitive in the market compared to D10, Logitech, and Yalink. We offer a solution to make sure that everybody and nobody gives us an excuse of not having a CM55 in the company. Because imagine one, you only need one sometimes, or even 2, depending if you're on a different floor. If you have 100 people, you're probably going to have a little fighting in terms of, I want to use it in my office right now. So this mobile interactive monitor, which you could easily put a Zoom icon in the screen to do a very quick video conference, even Teams. So, and it has a whiteboard. So basically, this solution is the most updated sophistication of product, which has an AI camera, microphone. It's a all-in-one solution that anybody will need to make that meeting more enjoyable and effective. Now, another product that we're gonna launch, we have launched, is our CT series. Now, the CT series is very interesting. Why is this interactive monitor so enterprise grade and so sophisticated? First of all, it has a QLED quality image, like the TV quality. It has 105% NTSC. Now, the interactive monitors that we have today in the market is 75%, which means our offer 105. Imagine, we're over 40% better in terms of image, color. The colors are more vivid, and the quality. So imagine this CT series and you put in a nice meeting room, an 86-inch, 20 seats. You're going to have this spectacular meeting when you transmit a video or even watch a movie. Oh, let's have a happy hour a Friday night and put a movie there. Now, the whole purpose of the CT series is basically, why is it enterprise grade? Because it does not have an operating system. Why is that? Because, as you know, if we put an Android and then you're not able to do a single sign-on, right? You have to have an OPS to put a single sign-on, and you're going to have to make sure that the security of the environment of this product is within the intranet of the company of your customer, right? So the idea of not having an operating system is basically is to make sure that the security of the content of the meeting that you're going to have is to the highest level. Now, one of the things is very interesting is that without OS, it does have the Connect Pro, which means not necessarily you need an OPS. It's not necessarily. You could use your notebook as your main host to connect to the screen with Connect Pro. And don't forget, this also screen can have 9 people connected simultaneously and share the content in the notebook, right? So there's 2 ways that you could work with this product. One, the CT could work without any OPS. So you don't need a window base. You use a notebook or a Nuke or a small PC and to do the administration of this interactive monitor, or put a Windows OPS, which we recommend. We have an i5, i7, so this gives an opportunity. Now, this product being enterprise definitely could be used also not only in companies, but also some of our main customers, such as the university, has been using them for the auditorium, where they need a little more sophistication in terms of image, in terms of all the connectivity, right? So this is one of the things that I would like to present, is that the CT is basically the high end of our product. And right now we have from 43 inch to 86 inch, but next month we're launching the 98 inch and 110 inch for those who are looking for something more, something bigger for their meeting rooms, right? Don't forget, the opportunity also is to do side by side in case your room is a little bigger. Then you could connect via USB-C to do an extended of that screen. So basically, CT is our flagship in terms of corporate enterprise grade interactive display with no OS and the option of putting an i5 or i7 OPS. Now, our education interactive monitor is called the EU series. This is basically our most sold education interactive monitor. We offer this with EDLA certified with Google. We also have this amazing 20 watts by 2 by 20 watt subwoofer. So it means you have a 60 watt potential speakers to make as much noise as you want in the schools. You're going to be able to also connect with the Connect Pro with 9 students simultaneously in the screen. So imagine the following. You have 20 students, and then you have maybe 9 groups of students doing projects. Each group could show their presentation online to everyone. And of course, you could share that with via Zoom or Teams. So this product, we have created something very unique in the market, where it not only offers camera, not only offers speakers, but apart from that, the Connect Pro enables us. So which means that, yes, you can put a Windows OPS. We have that slot. We have the i5, i7 opportunity, but we also have the Connect Pro. So you could use the teacher's notebook. Doesn't have to go click and share. There's a uniqueness on the Connect Pro that I'm going to talk a little further what the features are. But imagine this solution in a school or university, and it offers everything that this product can provide to each classroom. One thing is very interesting about this interactive monitor. Physically, it has an eraser right here. It's kind of hard to see, but right at the bottom, there's a physical eraser there. So for those old-fashioned teachers who wants an eraser physically instead of using their palm or finger to erase or their function to erase, there's a physical eraser here that they could use here. So it's a very unique feature of this interactive monitor. Now, here's a little summary of what we offer. The CT and EU series compared to ViewSonic IFP51, which is the new product that's going to be launched, and the BenQ RM04, which has been launched recently. You can see that we offer something unique with the AI camera. So what does the camera do? Does voice tracking, people tracking, spotlight. It could zoom in, zoom out. So the AI camera being 120 degrees angle offers that capability of doing that tracking of the person who's speaking. Could be a teacher. The same thing on the CT. Could be the person, the speaker. You could put that tracking on, and basically also has that auto framing, which means that the camera could capture the whole room. But if there's so many dead space on the right and left hand side, it will narrow down to capture the people within the frame. So it also has auto framing. The other thing is unique about it is the microphone. I mean, this microphone has echo cancellation, noise reduction. So imagine there's in a classroom, and then suddenly somebody runs open down the hall, and the door's open. The noise cancellation feature will focus right between the 10-15 meters and be able to cancel that noise at a distance. Right. So this feature of noise cancellation is so great, because if you want to do recording, or you want to do share the class through a video conference software such as Zoom Teams, you'll be able to do it to avoid all that excessive noise. Now, this is another summary. This presentation will be offered to you after for your consideration. But this is another comparison of what we offer between our product lines. The previous one was about competitors, and here's our product lines and offer. Now, don't forget, we use the latest processors and memory and all the features. So for example, in the market today, everybody works with the 4-core CPU, right? So 4-core CPU is basically equivalent to i3 and i5. Let's put it this way. We use the 8-core CPU, which is equivalent to i7. So all of our interactive monitors, all is going to have the top of the line, the latest version at an affordable price, just to give you an idea. So basically, our MSRP, for example, the EU series is $2,000, right? But if you compare to our competitors, for the $2,000, our product's probably 20 or 30% cheaper than their equivalent products. So as you can see, we at Funtech, we have the responsibility to make sure you have the latest technology, but at an affordable price. Now, the other thing that we are very proud of is our CD series. The CD series are a commercial display for digital signage. And one of the things that's very important for digital signage is what we have here on the second line, is a matte anti-glare surface. Why is that important? It's because if you have lighting, in all this you're going to have a lighting, you're going to have spotlights, you're going to have sunshine. The matte and anti-glare surface offers that not necessary reflection when you want to display. So you're going to have the sunlight in the morning. If you're in a reception and you have this commercial display saying, "Welcome, Frank, to Funtech," you don't want that light to be shiny on the commercial display, because you want people to take a look, even for announcement. And then we have this ultra slim bezel, 6.9. If you look at ViewSonic, it's 15 millimeters. So we are able to offer you a very thin bezel, which means that if you do a 3x3, having 9 monitors connected with USB-C, you're able to create one huge image, and without that many division or a thick border that will make the image kind of distorted, right? The other thing is that's very interesting on this one is that we are also going to launch the 98-inch and 110-inch next year. But currently, our flagship, you're going to see, we are the most affordable 55-inch and 86-inch commercial display in the market. And not only that, because it's at 24/7, and a lot of people offer 16/7, which is can be a little challenging for some of the events or some of the things that they want to do. We offer basically one product with the latest technology that will work with any media player, such as BrightSign and other ones, NovaStar, that's available in the market. It's very plug and play and easy to use. Now, the product that we introduced, this product has been introduced for almost a year or 2 years, and our flagship of the 360 degrees camera is called the Cube. Now, what's this? The positioning of this product is basically to use in a small and medium meeting room or even classroom where where it has 4 cameras that will capture everyone into one screen. Now, the uniqueness of this, it has an AI, so it will do your work easy without you configuring the product, which means that, for example, if you're in a round table and you have 4 people sitting in that round table, this camera will capture all 4 of them. But if you have a table with 12 people and there's 12 people sitting, it's going to capture the 12th table. The uniqueness of this is the AI will provide this video mode. It has the gallery, everybody listed, has a stage, focus on some of the people, auto framing if they have to reduce the size. Conversation means people who's talking, and manual EPTZ, which with the remote control, you can zoom into that person, kind of like deactivate the artificial intelligence, and you'll be able to focus on one. Say, I want to focus on Frank who's talking, and with the remote control to do it. Now, this product is unique because it's plug and play, and no AC power is needed. So through USB-C, you're going to connect to maybe your notebook, your mini PC, or your conference room system. And the idea is that because it's plug and play, no driver is needed. So you say, Frank, how do I control the zooming and video modes and the AI, everything? We offer you a remote control similar to the one that you have on your TV. And with that, you're going to be able to configure the system. So all the software and drivers is in this little box here, which means you no need to download software, no need to download drivers, no hassle. And obviously, the IT people will say, "Hey, no, it shouldn't be an issue. You just plug in the USB-C, it should be detected, right?" This one has also a dual Omni microphone. So basically, as I mentioned before, this product has been created for small and medium rooms. This is an image. This is a variety of video modes. As you can see on the top part, the AI is controlling this by itself, uniqueness. You have the auto framing, and manually you could change the viewpoint, or if you want to do a 360 panorama, you're able to do it. Everything through your remote control. You don't need to have a computer, software, or drivers to do that. Now, our C831 is our 180 degrees camera. Now, it has this powerful facial tracking. Now, the other one is body tracking, right? So you have body tracking, voice tracking, and facial tracking. The uniqueness of the facial tracking is that basically, if you focus, the AI will recognize, let's say, for example, Frank, and if I walk around, the camera will follow because he has 3 cameras here, right? And then also has the videos, the auto framing, AI, picture in picture, which is very interesting because let's say, for example, you put this camera on top of a TV or a interactive monitor, and you have a classroom or a meeting room, and it captures the 100 degrees. Obviously, you're going to get the walls, right? But you also could change the viewpoint to 180, 150, 120, 90, or even 70 degrees. So you could go from here and narrow it down because you don't want to see all this empty space, right? And the other thing is very interesting, picture-in-picture. So for example, if you want to have a whole view of the whole room, but then you want the teacher who's writing on the interactive monitor to focus on that teacher, you could do also a picture-in-picture, right? So there's various ways. And also, but on this one, we also offer a software called Innex Studio. This software is to do the manual configuration in case you lose your control. This offers a manual configuration. Actually, all this software called Innex Studio will work, and you could download it free in our website, and you could manually configure the camera through the Windows or Mac version. You download it, and you could do it for all of our camera. So Innex Studio is an awesome way that in case if you lose your control and you're waiting for a replacement, if it breaks, you could download Innex Studio and be able to configure that through your computer. Okay, so that's an awesome feature that people say, hey, I just lost the remote control, now what I'm going to do. So we have
Frank,
this manual. Yes.
We had a question regarding if we can mix and match cameras and use more than one at the same time. Like, could we use the cube with one of these cameras that would be over near the monitor?
Yes, actually you can. There's several ways of doing it. If the software itself allows you to include various cameras, so some software, such as we are associated with some software companies that does that collaboration, you could include. So at the end of the day, you can include as many cameras you want. It won't create a conflict. What needs to do, what's important is that how you're going to manage the camera. So you're going to manage to an AV controller or a collaboration software. Even on Zoom and Teams, it will detect it separately, and you're able to switch. So the good part is that our flexibility of everything being plug and play does not, how can I say, many of our competitors use a protocol or use the MAC address to limit the double or triple or many cameras working. Ours doesn't have that restriction.
To make sure that I'm understanding correctly, then what we're talking about is if we were to have two of the cameras, the software of the video conferencing, so we would have to have the Zoom license or the Teams license that is a multi-camera license,
Yes.
not a standard.
Yes.
And that would allow us to be able to manage it. It's not that Innex will work between the cameras natively to give you a single output and then select which camera it wants.
No, yeah, you're correct, and
Okay.
and that's the thing. That's the thing, and just to keep and just to give you an idea, sometimes when some of the software, what happens is that some of this competitors' camera does not allow to be detected when one is active. Actually, we become a menu, and if you don't label it right, and you have two C831, you're going to have to maybe label it after you configure to make sure it's the one in the front or one in the back, right? So those are the things that you have to. But the software itself must have that multi-camera feature. Otherwise,
Perfect.
you would just detect one at the same time.
Understood. Thank you.
So this is a little of the Innex Studio software. In case you lose your remote control or you want to do it through your computer, those are the things that could be done, right? Picture-in-picture, it depends on the camera, okay? But obviously with the C570 and other models won't have that picture-in-picture feature because you need that product to be able to do it. But on the 831, it has picture-in-picture, auto-framing, manual EPTZ. You could zoom in into this person who's talking on the whiteboard. I want him to be the focus, right? So there's various ways that the Innex Studio offers a little more control outside the remote control, which for some people who likes remote control, perfect. Some people like the software. We have a software that we could offer that. Now, the C570 is very unique. It's a bullet with 120 wide angle. Most of the bullet varies from 70 to even 120. There are some competitors that have it 120, But because of this Sony lens, we're able to have a wide angle, which is very unique for bullet, because usually the bullet does have some restrictions of the angle because of the lenses. Ours is 120 degrees, has a AI power auto framing, so it do the auto framing. It will do also the manual EPTZ. It's a digital zoom, right? It could do a mirror and flip, so different point of view, right? It has a remote control, no software needed. So this is the entry level 4K camera that everyone should have in their desk to do video conferencing instead of using the camera from the notebook, or in one of your interactive monitors that you buy from Innex. You could put it next to the on top of the interactive monitor and be able to portray everybody in the room, right? So this is basically our flagship in terms of entry level camera. This is a little examples of what the product does, right? Auto framing, visual. You could also shift the point of view, so you'll be able to manually to do it or focus. So it's very unique. This is a little summary of what he offers. As you can see, we have a new product called Omni, and I'm going to get into the detail, the difference. But we have two 360, one 180, and one 120 degrees, the 570. So you can see, basically, we offer for every environment or every room, you have a camera that you'd be able to fulfill the needs of that meeting room. Okay. Now, one of the things that we are offering today is the Connect. Connect is the easiest plug-and-play video conferencing speakerphone that you could have. And this is basically one of the easiest way to use in any video conferencing or any room that needs video conferencing. Okay, now let me go into detail. What do? You basically have the speaker microphone, which is going to be connected to your notebook in the video conference. And you're going to have this receiver that you saw in the previous. Let me go back. This is the speaker and microphone that is going to connect to the computer, and this is the receiver. Okay, the receiver can be connected through any type of display. It could be a TV, commercial display, interactive monitor, ours or others. And the idea is for to have a very quick way of having no cable video conferencing. So what do? You first connect the receiver and the camera. The camera goes to the receiver. So this notebook can use this camera as the viewpoint of the video conferencing. Doesn't have to use the computers, could use this one. And connecting the camera to the receiver, once you connect the speaker and microphone to your computer, right away you will have this little movement in your screen of your notebook. You just tap to cast and it's connected. I didn't calculate, but it's for sure less than a minute. It could go as quickly as 5 seconds, depending of basically your notebook and your connectivity. So it's really fast. So
hey,
imagine,
Frank,
yes.
I've got a question about this in particular, and then I've got a testimonial that I wanted to share real quick. The question is regarding, if somebody already had a third-party USB camera, would the Connect system work, that Connect receiver work with any third party, or does it need to be an Innex?
It could work with any third party. Actually, the camera is an option. We are proud of the 570, but it will connect with any camera, as long as the camera doesn't need drivers or software, because some of the camera needs that. So what the receiver will do, it will detect as the camera, but the functionality might not work until you download the drivers in your notebook and everything, and you connect to the camera remotely. You understand? So the receiver will detect any camera. The thing is, some of the manufacturer is very software based. So they have a camera and bullet and zoom, but they put in different stuff to do different things, and that will depend on the software driver that has to be downloaded on the PC. But to answer your question, yes, it will work with any camera.
Regarding that testimonial, I wanted to let everybody know Frank had given us a demo to be able to use here in the office. And there are very few times in my career over these last 14 years here at Audio Video Export, but 30 plus years in professional audio and video that I've said wow to a product. And I got to tell you that we connected this exact same setup, this 570 with the Connect. And when I hit that wow button, or when I hit that tap to cast button, I literally said, wow. And everybody who was behind me, because I was in a fishbowl here in our office, everybody was behind me, you know, the sales team, they all came running in in order to be able to see what I was so impressed with, because it was really easy to use. It was very impressive. And one of the main reasons that we're proud to be able to pair up with you.
No, definitely, and we appreciate it. And our alliance and our partnership with AVE has grown exponentially over the months, and we appreciate it for the opportunity, Nick. And just to answer one of the questions, it is compressed. The receiver talks to the transmitter here, the speakers, and basically, if your camera is 1080, it will arrive 1080. Yes, the barcode click share does reduce. It's because they need to compress to a level that you lose the quality. But on ours, you won't lose. Basically, the streaming is guaranteed 1080p, 1080p.
And how many, do you happen to know how many frames a second that is?
30 to 60, depending on the camera. So if the camera is basically doesn't, it's very software based, and that's where I come with the software, and it says 60, but it transmit 30. Hey, it's the camera lagging or latency, right? But if the camera does offer 1080, 60, I haven't seen any issue with some of our third party. It's been working well. So it really depends on the type of camera that you use. Okay, if it's very software based, you're gonna have a little challenge on it.
Thanks. There was another question with regard to the down, reducing the resolution. You said that at 1080, no problem. What if the camera is 4K? Does it compress it down to 1080, or does it remain at 4K?
The camera remains at 4K. What happens is that if you're transmitting that to a different scenario, which I could go into details, but it will be compressed to 1080 if you're sharing streaming to it. Now, if you're not streaming to another software like Zoom or Teams, it'll be 4K. So in your notebook, it'll be 4K. In your interactive monitor, it'll be 4K. The thing is, it will be compressed when you go into stream. When you stream, it will go to a 1080 automatically. It will be forced because of the video conferencing features. You'll say, hey, this is too big. You don't have the bandwidth. I'm going to ask you to compress, and it will compress by itself. So usually, I don't want to blame the video conference people, but usually the software compresses automatically. So on the other side, you'll give you 1080. In some situation, if you have good bandwidth, or you have I wouldn't say Zoom, probably because it's SIP, but video conferencing that does better streaming. Is the streaming part where you get that lower resolution.
Thank you.
All right. So moving forward, this is a little summary of what our Connect and our new product that's going to be launched at the end of the month, Connect Pro, does. Now, these are a competitor. We have a Roomcast, Barco, ScreenBeam, and you're going to see where we improve. Now, you can see it's 1080, 30 FPS, but you have seen, the screen sharing is 60%. So it really depends on how you do the resolution, right? So our is the uniqueness of 1080, but if you screen share on 4K, it'll be 4K. It's just the streaming part is limited. And then the camera resolution has to support also. So if your camera is 1080p any of the Logitech entry level is 30 frames per second, you're going to get 30 frames per second. But if it's 60, you're going to see that we support 1080p at 60 hertz, right? So that's the good part of it. The other thing that's very different on our side is that we offer AirPlay, Miracast, Google Cast. So all this is offered on the software, right? So the Connect Pro, what's the difference with Connect and Connect Pro? In summary, Connect Pro, one-to-one. You have the PC, you connect the speakers, and you're casting on one screen. Connect Pro, which also is an interactive monitor, that means that is the same concept, but instead of putting inside the interactive monitor, we're selling the receiver itself where you could connect 9 at the same time. So the difference is Innex connect small rooms or maybe even medium rooms where you connect one notebook or one device to the TV or to the interactive monitor, even commercial display. Connect Pro Plus offers connectivity from 1 to 9 people simultaneously, and that's the uniqueness. Everybody else is still on the 4. Some people have been upgrading to 4 and doing a little difference, but we're the first one who are coming up with the 9 screen, which makes a lot of difference to it. And basically, our idea is to offer all the solution below $1,000 MSRP, which means it makes it more affordable for everyone to have in the conference room. Another product that I would like to mention and not take too much time is this Idea Hub. This is basically a touchscreen monitor that has the support of Windows, Microsoft, MPP 20. Now, where would you use it? Imagine the Connect. You have the speaker, the microphone, and you are displaying and doing casting on the TV with the receiver and the camera. But then you have the mouse, and you start being frustrated with the mouse and pen, and you kind of like, oh man, this is so annoying. I want to write down on the whiteboard, or I want to on the PowerPoint make notes like I am. This Idea Hub is ideal for you to connect with the notebook and also with the Connect. It will basically synchronize the Connect as an extended window through your notebook, and you could write anything on it. So imagine the following: you have the notebook, and you have Zoom or Teams like right now, and it's recording, and it has covered basically the whole screen on your notebook. Then you say, oh, I don't want to keep going back and forth. I need another screen, right, to have the PowerPoint, and then make sure that the people who are seeing this PowerPoint be able to see on the other side of Zoom. But sometimes with the mouse, it's really hard to write or to add notes or even design stuff. And the Idea Hub is what we are offering to the market, where you're going to have a touch screen, quad HD, so very high-end resolution. And basically, the idea is to offer something that's easy and an additional to your video conferencing use. We have our document cameras. This is our portable document camera DC500. It's a 4K with audio AI, right? It has definitely a microphone and a little microphone where you could use as a webcam or a document camera to feature the product that you're displaying. Very small, easy to use, and portable, right? And the DS200, we're going to relaunch this next year with the new product 250 or the 300. And basically, this is just a standalone document camera just for document scanning. Right? This is very focused on terms of that. But our focus in LATAM and on the regions of the Americas is this product that has better feature, has 4K. The DS200 is a 1080, so basically it's technically literally for document scanning. But this one, being the size of maybe the iPhone Pro, the 6.7, is basically about 8 inches in length, which is easier to be stored and be able to walk around with it. And if you don't use it as a document camera, it could be used as a webcam. So you could connect this to your USB, on your notebook, and let's say for your for argument's sake that your camera is a 1080p, but you want a 4K camera for your notebook, you could connect it on USB-C and use that as an additional camera and microphone. This is a little success story of what I was talking about in terms of a phone booth. One of the things that we have seen the growth of phone booth in the market is this use a cube in the middle of the room, or maybe using the Ideal Hub, the touch screen, or have the Connect. This is the concept that many has been grown to love, because imagine sometimes you're doing a meeting with one person via video conference, or you have another person, 2 or 3 people, very small. And this has been growing in many of the offices where they want a small place, just to have a isolated from the noise outside acoustic, and then in a phone booth kind of concept. And this has been growing a lot. So this is one of the things that you might have could consider. This is another scenario of a university using the IFP CM55. If you could see this, it's mobile. You don't have to put on the wall. You could store it after your presentation or your meetings or your showcase. Another scenario of the CT55 where corporate, how would you use it? Our CD, you can see that the borderline is very thin. It doesn't interfere on the visualization. This is an Ideal Hub usage, right? So you can, this is a coaching of a video conferencing, and basically using the Ideal Hub to write down. Use it in an extended monitor. It has all the recording and tracking. So whatever you write, it's going to record into your PowerPoint or anything, as long as you make sure, because it has a window ink, anything that you write on PowerPoint, Word, Excel, is going to be recorded. So before opening your PowerPoint, make sure you have another saved version that's very clean. Otherwise, all of your notes will have, and we call that the touchback feature. And to conclude, I want to say that our product has a standard 3 years warranty. We are offering extended availability for 5 years with additional cost, and I will ask you to contact our distributors for the cost. And any support that you need in RMA, you could do it through this email called support@phontechinnovation.com. I'd like to end this presentation today with this final word of thank you for everyone for taking your time. And I think we're going to take advantage of the last 5 minutes for any questions or anything that you want me to go back to talk about.
Thank you so much, Frank. Much appreciated. Again, everybody has access to this in a recorded format for use later on. And it'll be posted on our YouTube page as well. If you're unfamiliar with our YouTube page, you can just search up Audio Video Export, the channel, within YouTube, and you'll find us and a bunch of other really great content that's going to be on there. There's going to be a Spanish version of this that's done in native Spanish. Frank is bilingual. Well, probably more than that. You're probably trilingual, if not more. And we're grateful to you, Frank, in order to be here for us. With regard to support, obviously you've got the email address on there, support@phontechinnovation.com, but you've also got Audio Video Export as your first line of defense for any kind of technical support and pricing, inventory. We have inventory here currently, Audio Video Export does, within our warehouse, and we are looking as we conclude the foreign trade zone portion of our warehouse. We're just waiting for final approvals and inspections. So hopefully within the next 30 to 45 days, if not less, we'll have our FTZ completed. We will also have Innex here in our FTZ, which will make things easier and irrespective of whatever the tariff situation may be. So it becomes a lot more stable as it relates to pricing should the government decide to enact any tariffs that are not currently enacted or change any that may be or may not be right now. So feel free to get in touch with us. And as I understand, Frank, you guys also have local FTZ here. So if I don't have it in my FTZ, I can get it relatively quickly out of your FTZ here in Miami.
Correct. And we have a lot of inventory coming in. So we're here to support everyone who joined us today. If you're looking for some more information about reseller program and even a demo special pricing, we could offer that. We're working on the details with Nick and his team to get this shared with everyone. But we're very excited to have you connected today because we want you to experience the most innovative and the best quality product you're going to see in the market. The team itself is a very experienced, still small, but everyone who works for Funtech came from various companies, industry experience. So we want to make sure that you have the latest technology with the best product.
Thanks again. I don't see any more questions that have come in, Frank. It's been most helpful. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to the next one tomorrow in Spanish. Anybody else have any questions, feel free to get in touch with your salesperson or get in touch if you're not sure who that is. You can get in touch with Nick at av-export.com. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you.